All right, we're late this morning because of Raylene, who just
Why do you have to tell lies like that all the time? Why can't you just tell the
who
truth
just stumbled
that
into the
you're
building,
a
half asleep.
dumbass and that you're late like the majority of the time?
Yeah, thanks, Raylene. I mean, just 17 minutes. Like,
Uh-huh.
where the hell have you been?
Yeah. I think it was you that went live from your car as you were racing here late.
All right, so there's a little bit of
Did
traffic.
you forget that?
There's a little bit of traffic.
Yeah,
trying to
traffic
get
my
out of
ass.
trying to get out of school. No, there is.
Uh-huh.
Coming down by
Always an excuse.
South Cumbies.
If you were on time ever for anything, I would keel over.
There's been a few times where I've been on time in my life. 4.
Okay. 4.
Maybe 5. Hey, it was on time yesterday.
Yes, you were.
We're at 42.
Right on time, actually.
Yes, I was.
You walked in the door at 9 o'clock.
We're at 42 degrees right now. We have a beautiful day, sunshine today. Let's see, it's going to warm up to 57, which is really nice. Isn't that nice?
It's wonderful. I can't.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it's going to be in the 60s this weekend. I'm
Yeah.
actually looking forward to
God,
it.
it's going to be nice. Tonight, 38 with clear skies. And then tomorrow, Saturday, 67 degrees and sunny tomorrow.
Yes, that's what I'm hearing.
Damn. Sunday looks like we have the clouds. And 66.
We have 2 of the boys.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? We didn't know we were going to have 2 of them. So why don't you guys run over there? Run over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully everything is working over
Now
there.
can I get out of this chair?
Yeah, you can if you want to.
Yes, it's the shitty chair, the rockabye chair that drives me. It drives me crazy. Are you? Who would think such a thing? Yes, we're just stepping and fetching here this morning a little bit because no, you that's your job, Lovey. That's your job. Yeah, because we had 2 people just walk in that we're excited to have here.
Yeah.
And so we need to make room. Figure out what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Very glad to be here.
Step forward.
Sorry.
There you go.
You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Perfect.
Mm.
All right.
Oh my God.
Sorry for the surprise, man, but
Look at these.
I had to bring the big guy with me.
No,
Well,
I mean,
hey, if we're going to have a surprise, that's a damn good surprise to have, right?
You got to put a little addition over there so that Raylene can slide out of that glass so you can see both of you.
He does it on purpose. He wants the
Yeah, I
spotlight.
did do that on
She's
purpose.
better looking than you are. Don't hide her in the corner.
I had to redesign this
Thanks,
whole
babe.
this whole studio setup here. I had to redesign everything.
Looks nice.
Yeah, so just I just wanted to turn the desk sideways like this.
I
so
like that you get to people watch all day. That's cool.
Yeah, it is. Have we seen some sights, Raylene?
Yes, we could say that.
Would that be an understatement?
We've only had to call the police once, though, and that was even most recent.
Yes. Right. We had a guy that was on the other side of the glass here who was, I think he was trying to get through the glass.
Yes,
Ah.
I think so too.
Day tripping?
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was having a good time out there and was making our guest a little on edge, and
Yeah.
Well, I
so
was gonna say, nothing wrong with that unless he's making people uncomfortable.
yes, he was making.
It was an interesting
interesting
morning.
Yes, it was.
To
so
say the least.
we just had to see if they could gently move him along.
Now, for the people that are watching, tuning in, listening this morning, we were expecting Craig Fremont, of course,
Yes.
from Vermont Quick Lube,
Yes,
but
we
not
were.
the gorgeous face of Cliff Fleury.
Here we go.
No.
You must need something.
No.
Welcome, boys.
Morning.
Good morning.
We're so happy to see you.
It's always good to be here.
Yeah, man. Happy freaking Friday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, so what's happening over there? We know that you guys are swamped. You've been busier than ever. People are are trying to get their oils changed and get properly lubricated.
Yeah.
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 Right now, tire season is in full swing, man. I mean, I'm loving life. We're busy. I can't
I know.
complain.
I better make my appointment.
We don't actually take appointments.
Oh,
for
yeah,
first come,
that's
first
right.
serve,
Oh,
Raylene. But
even for the tires?
right.
yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's guaranteed to get done that day. If we can do it, we'll stay late for you. It's tire season. We're gonna get it done.
Wow.
We want our guests to be good and safe. We know what it's like to all of a sudden get slammed with snow, and then everybody panics, and
Yeah.
we're trying to beat that phenomenon.
We had a mixer here last night with like, oh my God, how many people do you think we had?
There was a lot of people in here.
It was packed.
Yeah.
I mean, shoulder to shoulder.
At least 30.
Oh,
and
God, yeah.
I would say close to 40.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where the hell were you boys? How come you weren't here for that?
I have
We even
children.
invited John Lyons. He stiffed us.
Well, we got families, brother. He's got a new baby. I got
Yeah.
John does?
yeah. John's got baby.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got a little girl.
Oh my God. How old is she?
2.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Beautiful.
been busy
looks
enough
looks
that
just like him.
When the day is over with, a little R&R for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Cliff, just bring that mic up
Up a little bit there.
higher. Yeah, because
All right.
you're so
got you there, buddy.
you're such
Because
a-
you're so short.
yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
you're so petite.
I know.
You have to eat the mic, babe.
Well,
Eat
we
the
can do
mic.
that.
I gotta say, and this is it sounds a little funny, but since Cliff's been working with us,
Yeah.
my boy's lost a serious amount of weight.
I have.
I mean, his clothes are just falling off him
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been hustling.
He's
getting stuff
moving
done.
around.
Yeah.
Oh, he's moving. There's
Where-
no doubt about that.
Where's the stress factor for Cliff Fleury now, since he's been over at Vermont Quick Lube?
I honestly don't have any. My life is fabulous right now. I enjoy working with these guys. We have a really good crew. Everything is just a well-oiled machine for the most part. Life, it's been 6 months now, and I tell you, it's probably the best thing I've done in a long time. I mean, I don't like to jump jobs, but it was a move that I had to do.
Yeah.
And back turning wrenches, changing tires and stuff has been probably the best thing for my health as well. I mean, I probably like 4 inches in my waist in 6 months. So I mean,
My
if
God.
that tells you how much hustling we're doing, we're busy.
Wow.
What's most important and what I appreciate most about Cliff is, yeah, he busts ass all day long. He puts cars through. He brings in incredible amount of customers, but he does it all with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
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 And I would gladly, oh my gosh, it's just such a relief to not have to be like, oh man, I've got this gruff mechanic over here who does a great job, but
Yeah.
he's horrible with customers, or he
Right.
he doesn't want to listen to me.
That's a one-stop shop right there.
It is. I can be like, hey Cliff, and before it's out of my mouth, yep.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I can appreciate that.
You guys are a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, I
You're-
mean,
you're-
and I kind of left. I don't say ever, but I mean, I really would not like to ever be in a management spot again. But we all kind of do what we need to do to make it work. I mean, yes, we're really family oriented. So if Craig
Yeah.
had to, not be there or something, we have people that can fill that spot. I mean, we're really that good right now.
we love the fact that you guys are so community oriented.
yeah,
Yes.
You guys are dialed real tight into the community.
that's important.
If there's something going on, you guys are involved with it.
Yeah, we just raised some money for Lenny Sanborn. I mean, you guys are all well aware of that and talk about that regular here
All the time.
Yes.
I mean, it's important to give back to your community. I mean, they support us, so I mean, it's a huge part of being a business owner, or even just operating a business. You got to give back.
What's the latest on Leonard Sanborn?
Well, he's going back into surgery today, actually. He's got he was supposed to come home today, and some people in the community got together, made sure there was a ramp built, the things that he needed at home he has, but he has an infection, and they're going to go back in today, clean the infection up, and still try to get him home maybe this weekend. He'll go home with some home health services. Still a long road to go, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a tough cookie.
And
he
hopefully today goes well, and they're able to get everything they need to get out of there. It is the infection is around the hole that was in his chest.
Yeah. Cliff,
yeah.
your history with Leonard, tell me about it.
I've known Lenny forever. Been a good friend of mine, and my pre-employment place, actually, Lenny worked for me for a while, so he kind of, I mean, he's still there, but he's really just been a friend for 20, 25 years. I mean, he kind of operates like we do, no bullshit, treat people how you want to be treated, and comes back full circle. So
Yeah.
that's why it was kind of important. I mean, we didn't even really have to talk about it. Craig kind of pulled the trigger on his own there a couple weeks ago and just said, hey, we're going to help this guy out.
Yeah, it was
And-
awesome. We advertised it too, and I hope you guys got a lot of people in that day. I'm not
What did we rate? $150 that day for him?
Yeah.
awesome.
Just whatever. And I've spoke to Lenny. I talked to Lenny yesterday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you just said. He kind of gave me the update on that, and looks like he's 4 months or so before he can do anything. So
Yeah, you can't even bear any weight whatsoever on his
No.
arms. No weight on his arms whatsoever.
Well, I mean, frankly, he really shouldn't be alive. I mean, it's remarkable that you were talking with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, somebody just said, I forget which one of you two said it, but he got an infection in the hole in his chest.
yes.
It's like, okay, he's got a gigantic hole in his chest. I mean,
Well, he had a
some
fence
people-
post go through
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people trip, fall, bump their head, and that's their day. He's got a hole in his chest, and he's still kicking and
yeah.
being
Tough son of a
tough
bitch.
old man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure his wife keeps him pretty spry too.
Oh, yeah.
What's your Craig? What's your history with Lenny?
I don't know Lenny at all. I know him and his wife do the trash pickup next to us. All I knew is that Cliff and Verd cared about this guy. He was going through a hard time. I wanted to help. That's I get heavy support from John Lyon, the owner of Vermont Quick Lube. Support the community.
Yeah.
So when I know somebody's in bad shape or in need and I can help them, I know John's going to have my back with whatever I want to do.
Yeah, right.
And I'm going to do it. I mean, I try and do as much as I possibly can to give back, because I would like to think that if something happened to one of my guys or myself or, somebody in my family, that somebody would step up and help them. So
Yeah.
I just try and, do what is best. I try to do, I'm a human being. I want to help out another human being.
And look what Vermont Quick Lube did for the Bisson family in Williamstown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That too.
yeah. I mean, they're an amazing family. Good grief,
They're
tough.
going-
They're going
just
through a
going
tough
through-
time, and they're just doing whatever we can do to help.
Yeah.
I love those guys, and they show us support. They push business our way. They come in, hey, we really appreciate everything you're doing for us. Again, their little boy is sick. Why not help them? If my little boy was sick, I would hope
Sure.
somebody would try and help me. It's like we have to really support each other these days with all the craziness going on in the world and our community with COVID and just everything. If I can help somebody out, I'm going to do it.
And I think that was in July, wasn't it? When we
It
had-
was.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember Jacob's Wings? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
good grief.
How could I forget Jacob Swings?
Right.
I mean, the important part too is Craig and I were talking on the way down here is, whether it's your personal life or as a business aspect, we just try to really just coexist with people, and be nice and pay it forward.
You
know?
do a damn good job of
Yeah,
it.
you do.
You all do over there, and that
Yeah, I
is
mean, it's,
one of our favorite things.
I mean, if you're watching and haven't come and experienced this, come check us out. I mean, we got quite a thing going. The oil changes right now. You stay in your vehicle the whole time. Inspections, tires. I mean, we do most everything with the vehicle. State inspections, and we're pretty efficient. I mean,
And
it's
some
first
light-
come first serve, but
Yeah.
you don't really wait that long. I mean, hour and a half the most.
Yeah.
And then to boot, we've got a car wash attached. So, I mean,
Yeah.
ladies' days every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Ladies come in, you get
And
a
our
free
vacuum
flower.
station's back up and running. So you can vacuum your
goodness.
car, the fragrance stuff outside. I mean, come check it out. We got a nice
Yeah.
little thing happening.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You get to see, mine and Cliff's pretty face, and it's a good day.
Well, Cliff's anyway.
Oh,
and you do have a nice waiting area as well. If you don't want to stay in your car, you don't have to. You can go to the waiting area.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah, we've got a new company rig that we can We can shuttle you back and forth. I mean, we try and make it as easy and as possible, a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
These guys don't even know it, but one of the heat waves that we had this past summer, I snuck in there into that waiting room one day and
Took
just
a nap.
almost. I sat in the air conditioning for like 15 minutes, helped myself to a cold drink out of the fridge right there. It was awesome. Never even knew.
He ate like
It
5
was over in
bags
the
of
corner.
chips.
Yeah.
You were hiding. When you're, of your stature, and
Yeah,
you
I
could
can-
easily
I can hide
sit
in-
under an end table or something.
Yeah. Wow. But it's amazing what you guys do. You roll in there, you get your oil changed, and you get a multi-point inspection. You're going to check the other fluids in there and make sure that everything. What about the transmission fluid? This is something I'm like, I don't know.
So
The transmission fluid, it's like everybody forgets about that. Do we all have transmission fluid?
depending on your vehicle, yes, you all have transmission fluid.
Well, shit. I
Electric
don't know.
vehicles are a different animal there. But yes, every vehicle has transmission fluid. Most have dipsticks. So some that don't. We'll let you know. But I mean, that's our bread and butter. People come in, and I don't expect people to know what transmission fluid or where their dipstick is.
I know it's red.
Sometimes,
It's supposed to be.
yeah. Sometimes it's black and gritty. But I mean, I like to show everything. If I find your dipstick is not as pretty as it should be, if the fluid isn't good, I'm gonna bring you right out and show you.
Are you still talking about cars?
I as soon as it came out of my mouth, I
show
was like, oh no.
Oh no,
Everybody smile.
JD standing up.
Oh god.
That thing's old and
I'll show you
that
my dipstick
that,
right now.
that thing's old and rusty. Put it away.
It's lubed.
We forgot our
trying.
WD-40.
Oh my God, you guys!
But here's the thing: it's
But
like
listen, before we go too far, let me tell you, when you're there and you get an oil change or anything,
Yeah.
they have this handy dandy little sheet of paper that they give you that tells you the miles and of
The
everything that you
maintenance
need
record.
to do. And transmission fluid is one of the things
schedule.
on there that tells you
Oh, yeah.
about when you should start considering that.
Well, it just hit me the other day. I'm like, I got 1 million miles on my Corolla, and I'm
Sweet.
like, I don't think I've ever had the transmission fluid checked once.
Yeah,
And the big thing with us is we're very transparent. I mean, we will not sell you anything that you don't need. We
Right.
show you your fluids.
Right.
Filters?
If I'm doing an inspection and you need brakes or I find something, I bring you out, or Vern will bring you out, or Greg will bring you out, and you visually can look, touch, and see yourself.
Yeah.
Listen, this is what you need.
What are you laughing about, Craig?
Cliff just looking and touching himself all the time.
Well, the days of doing that are kind of behind us, I think. Getting old.
So, what have you guys seen in some of the air filter chambers of vehicles?
The craziest thing I've seen is a gigantic snake.
Yes,
a gentleman.
I saw that picture.
Nope, this is a different snake.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, there was a gentleman. He's actually a state trooper, really great guy. He had a nice little Nissan that he parked in a field for a while. And our beloved Timmy is petrified of snakes.
So am I.
Little
Me
did I
too.
know, right? So I popped the hood, and here's this gigantic snake in the engine air filter.
It wasn't alive though.
Absolutely. It was huge. It was probably like a solid 3-foot snake.
Are you listening to this?
Yes.
And it went down into the motor.
Having a heart attack.
Well, the best part was, I'm like, where the hell did Tim go? And I'm like, Tim
was
Could've
across
dropped.
he was on the other side of the river.
I actually look out in the parking lot, and for being, as spry as Tim is, he made it across that parking lot in about 0.2 seconds. And all I hear, I ain't coming back in there. I ain't coming back in there. No snake. I'm like, oh my God, dude. So it was, I'm going to get him. I'm going to do the old snake in a cooler trick where, you open the top and fake snake in there. But it was.
my God.
What have you pulled out of air filter? Mice.
I mean, basically anything, looking to be warm. I mean, I've seen mice, chipmunks, red squirrels.
Alive.
Yeah, well, live and dead. All kinds of critters, man. I mean,
No.
being here in Vermont, I mean, this time of the year when it's cold and you get home and your motor's warm and you shut it off,
That's
they're
where they
looking for a
go.
place to go, and that's where they head.
Make a nest.
Well, and I have a lot of customers that'll pull up and be like, hey, my car smells funny when I turn my heat on. Hey, something's kind of weird going on here. I mean, the other day we popped a hood and there was a mouse standing there, and it just kind of dove into the engine bay. And we checked the filter, and I showed the customer, and I'm like, hey, you got a mouse in there. She's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I don't even want to be in my car right now. She's
Yeah.
like, why did I not know these exist?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we're going to show you everything, and we'll evict him. But
Yeah.
just to let you know, you got some ice going on
Not,
here.
not only the engine air filter, but the
cabin air filter.
cabin air filter as well that a lot of people don't know
What
about.
the hell is the cabin air filter? Where is that?
Yeah, a lot of times it's behind the glove box or down underneath. You might have to
What?
take some plastic stuff out, but that filters all the air that you breathe in your car, and it catches anything that goes through your vent system, your air system.
But that said, I mean, if your filter is super clogged and dirty with mouse everything and
Shit.
hair, yep,
Dirt.
yeah, and everything, the air blowing through that is now blowing that into your face. So, I mean, you got your kids in there, you got your dog in there, you got your anything in there. Whatever's in your car is breathing that in, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'll just probably 8 out of 10 people come in. I didn't even know I had an air filter. Most of us don't, but let me show you this.
Yeah.
And then you pull it out, and I mean, it is just,
Caked.
yeah. They're like, oh my God, I had no clue that this was in here. And I'm like, well, that's what we're here for. you
I
know?
get a charge off of seeing your Facebook page on Vermont Quick Lube with some of the things that you have found in air filters. I think this past summer, am I correct that I saw bones in there?
Yeah.
Bones.
You did see bones.
Bones of
I'm going to guess a bird.
Yeah.
Or perhaps a mouse.
baby elephant.
Probably.
What was that thing you found there from
my
Florida?
God.
Came in?
Oh, it was really cool. They were doing work on somebody's vehicle, and the vehicle was from Florida, and there was like dried chunks of mud, so it was like almost like rocks, but there was like larvae, like 2-inch larvae that were basically like cocooned within that rock. So it came out, it hit the ground and opened up, and my beloved Jacob came up to me and was like, hey dude, look at this. I'm like, oh man, I've never seen this before. Had to put that out there. What the heck is this thing? Is this gonna, if I put it in fire, is it gonna hatch and become a dragon, or what's gonna happen? I don't know.
Jeez,
Yeah.
you guys, are you like documenting all these things and these stories? There could be a book here.
Yeah, I mean, usually we find something, not to interrupt you, but usually Craig will take pictures and we kind of make a big deal out of it and laugh and have a
Wow.
good time with it. And
What about light mechanical work? You guys do brakes, rotors.
Yeah, so we do more than light mechanical work now that I've got Cliff and Vern on my team.
Yeah.
We do just about everything. We don't do transmission changes or engine changes or anything like that. But come down, we'll figure out if we can do it, and if we can't do it, we have good ties with the community, our ecosystem, so we can point you in the direction of somebody who will treat you correctly and,
Right.
and take
Right.
care of you. But there's not much that Cliff and Vern can't do.
yeah.
Yeah. What about the brake light fluid?
Yeah, well,
The
that's-
blinker
that's
fluid?
only on your car.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
the
that's
muffler
only
bearings.
your car.
Well, I appreciate that you guys always check mine and top it off.
Yeah.
Listen, so my dad and I have this kind of prank war that goes back and forth. It's gone for like years now. A good buddy of mine sent him down to the parts store. I'm not gonna say which one for I forget. I want to say like air conditioner fluid or
Yeah.
something like that. And he comes back and they sold him something, and I'm like, what the hell did they sell you, dude? And he's like, this. And he held it up, and it was like a can of Freon or something like that. I'm like, you told them you needed air conditioning fluid? And he's like, yeah, and they sold me this. I'm like, okay. So I
That's
had
what I
that
would have done.
well, I had that story in my head, right? So I'm like, okay, I will never sell something to somebody they don't need, because I will never go to that part store, because I know
Yes.
that's kind of
That's
their
what
way.
you guys are all about. Not telling people that they need to buy something that they don't need.
Yeah, no snake oil, nothing weird. Anything I sell, I believe in. If I don't believe in it, I'm not going to sell it. I mean,
Now, the folks that come in for the oil, the quick oil, how long does an oil change take?
under 15 minutes.
Amazing.
And that's with the full inspection, us showing you everything, us topping off all your fluids, checking the air in your tires, putting them where they need to be, washing your headlights.
The air in
checking
my
your-
tires is
Unless
always
you're
wrong.
me and you hang out and harass the help.
Right.
Yeah.
And come on out and hang and harass us. I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me at all. We got thick skin.
So the ladies on Wednesdays get a free flower and a free car wash
Absolutely.
every Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Been doing that for 100 years.
Yeah, since,
cool.
they've been existed.
Wow.
Yeah. 2009, right? Yeah. John took over.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty nice. And like I said, and they, Ashley, or not Ashley. Who do you have? Yeah.
Robin.
Robin. You have in there. I always want to say
Robin.
her daughter's name
She's
instead.
she's
Robin
a badass.
is right there next to
She
you
is.
with the computer, and she's having you do this, that, and the other thing. And yeah.
We love Robin. Robin's, for a little thing, she's loud, and that's what I like about her. You know, when
Huge asset.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
huge asset to us.
But
Great.
she's right there next to you, and she resets the buttons, the lights on your car,
Yeah.
and she's talking to you, telling you to do this, that, and the other thing for the guys.
Yeah.
And
I've
so
got-
they can do
I've
the
gotta get
checks.
in there.
And then she gives you that nice paper.
Yeah, I have to get in there. I want the winter oil blend.
Yeah.
I got to get the transmission fluid checked.
Mhm.
I don't think it's ever been checked. The pressure in my tires is always wrong. I've got an engine light on and a check. What the hell's the difference between check engine and maintenance required? What's the difference between that shit?
Your maintenance light, or you want to go ahead?
No, go ahead. You're good.
Your maintenance light usually is an indicator for your oil changes due.
Okay,
Most of the time. And your check engine light, if that's on,
that's a little different.
A lot of people ignore it, but they really shouldn't. They should come check it out. I mean, it's
There's a reason why it's on.
there's a reason why it's on, and if that light's on, your vehicle is not running like
As it should.
be. So there's a problem, and usually it's something pretty simple: an O2 sensor, evap issue, something like that.
I hate those
And
words.
the maintenance light can also be tire rotation, right?
Yes.
Yes, on these newer vehicles, Nissan, some of these Hyundais, whatever. There's if you actually hit the button a few times, you can get in and set your own maintenance schedule, 3,000, 5,000 miles. So these newer rigs, yes, it could be oil, it could be tire rotation. These cars basically, they do drive themselves sometimes. So.
Yeah, and if you don't know, that's what we're here for. I love people that come in and ask questions because if I can't get you the information, I'll go talk to somebody that can.
Yep.
But please don't feel weird about not knowing anything about your car and coming in and saying, "Hey,
That's me.
I got this alarm, I've got this check engine light or my tire or whatever." Come in. Hey, Craig, I don't know one single thing about my car. You don't need to. That's my
Yeah.
job. That's Cliff's job.
What I've learned about the smell of the dead mouse, and Raylene, honestly, you and I have talked about this.
Yes, we have, but we never know if it's actual. Remember when you thought you had a bird in your car, a dead bird,
I thought I did.
and it was probably just actually dead McDonald's.
Probably just JD.
Yeah,
JD,
probably his upper lip.
There's
I can
that.
smell
JD has
a dead mouse right now.
An abundance of, well, maybe not right now, but on occasion he is known to have an abundance of food
Tupperware
and
containers
Tupperware and
that have shit growing inside of them.
half-eaten things and
Fungus.
whatnot in
Yeah.
his car,
Yeah.
and oh boy,
And then combine that with no shower for a couple days,
oh,
and maybe a dead bird.
Fungus.
You
I'm
get a dead
telling
bird
you.
or something.
We're gonna start calling you fungus.
But here's the thing I've learned: if you let that dead animal decay long enough,
it doesn't
just goes
smell
away.
anymore.
the smell goes away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might take a year, could be a year and a half, depending on the size of the animal. But I'm serious. If you wait long enough,
The size of the
What's name of
animal.
that movie
That is not true because I just got done the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary.
right.
I'm watching
and
it.
There
Don't
were a lot of
spoil it.
people dead, and it just didn't go away.
No.
Yeah, I'm watching that right now. I'm well into it, halfway, 3/4.
You remind me a little bit of him.
Oh, stop it.
He's just taking a picture right now.
I'm set on the drink.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What kinds of things have you
He doesn't have
guys?
a barrel in the corner, does he?
What kinds of things have you seen over at Vermont Quick Lube when people come in for 15 minutes, they stay in the car? Have you seen people take a nap?
No, we try to interact with them and make it a very pleasant transaction.
What if they say, "Listen, I don't give a fuck what you do. Just do what you got to do. I'm taking 15 minutes to take a nap. Do whatever." The answer is yes
do it
for
too.
everything.
Done. People come in at all times during the day with all different jobs, all different opportunities to stop in. So if you come in, you're on a phone call, maybe you're on a business call. I've had people write me notes. I'll write you a note. I will whisper to you. I'll do whatever it takes. I mean, we're all about.
We'll hop in your car and pull it in for you.
Oh, we've done that a
You
ton
know?
of times.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, I got to take this call. You mind if I run? No.
Oh, my
Do your
God.
thing. We'll hop in. We'll drive it in. Have it waiting for you outside when we're done.
Have you ever seen a husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend in a fight?
Not really in a fight, but we've seen dudes come in and be assholes to their wives and stuff. I mean,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we try to, again, we try to lighten up the situation, and for the most part, and,
God.
we have a good time, so it tends to rub off
Sure.
on folks. So
Of course.
But I also don't let folks ruin our flow either.
Your vibe.
I mean, a lot of times maybe a customer is a little gruff or maybe a little upset. Maybe they've got something going on in their life that they're not super happy about.
Sure.
Sometimes it gets taken out on us. When that happens, I mean, every customer is a new story. So it's like,
Right.
sorry you had a bad day. I hope you have a great day. And then I've had a lot of customers come back and be like, listen, I'm sorry for being a dick. It was nothing you guys did. It was just my mood. And every time it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
We've all snapped at somebody. It happens. I mean, that's kind of that's life.
Of course. Of course.
Gosh, look at these beautiful people. You're lucky, JD.
Walking,
Yeah.
walking down North Main Street right
Yeah.
now.
Beautiful.
And
These people support our business.
They do.
Raylene is saying that if you need a ride, you're in luck because you got a fancy shop car now. What's that all about?
Yeah, so that was I got a hold of John, and I'd been playing with this idea for a couple of years, and I'm like, hey, listen, I found this car, and he's like, if you think it's going to grow the business, get it. So I know it's going to grow the business because, again, it's just one more step we're taking to make it more convenient for our guests.
Another tool in the box.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times people have kids, they have to get to school, or their car broke down, and they're panicked, they don't know what to do. First thing I do, hey, everything's going to be okay. We're going to figure it out one way or the other. You
Great
got to take
call.
this car. Perfect. Oh, you've got to be to work, but you can't miss any time. Great. We'll bring you to work. Great. You can take the car. We're going to get it done.
I did an inspection last Wednesday on a vehicle. The caliper actually was stuck. I couldn't get a new one for 24 hours. And she took our car home. We put her car seats in. We helped her do whatever and
Wow.
got her on the road.
Put her car seats in for her
Yep.
and got her home. Wanted her kids to be safe and sound.
Oh, my
her to be
God.
safe and sound. I mean, there's not a lot of places out there like us where
No.
we're doing the best we can, and we're trying to support the community that supports us.
Jeez, man.
And you do a damn good job of it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, and we
You
have
really
a really
do.
good crew. We're pretty well full staff. You haven't really been up with the cameras and stuff, but so pre-existing employees would be you, Jacob, and Timmy, right?
Yeah.
And then Vern and I been 6 months. Robin's been there for like 4.
Yeah.
And my brother Dougie just came, who worked for me for a few years. He's down with us now.
Yeah.
And just everybody just has something that adds to what we do, and it's really great.
And Tim is always down in the pit there, right?
Yes, sir.
Turning the wrenches. Has he ever taken a shot of oil in the eye?
Let me tell you this quick story. So Tim was out with his grandson, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go down and do pit. Tim is a god. Okay, I had no clue. I mean, I trained down there a little bit, but I've not spent like extensive time in the pit. Listen, I was down there for about 45 minutes. I took the hottest shot of oil right in my face, and then coolant, and I mean, it was bad for a half an hour. And Tim kind of showed up, and I'm like, get down in there. I love you. I don't know how you do this every day. I'm like, it's hard. This is hard work. And he's like, oh, it's not a big deal. Blah, 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 blah. But he loves it, and he doesn't complain at all. He's always got a smile on his face. He always looks up at me from nice and creepily from that hole.
Yes.
And I'm
Yeah.
just like, man, you're the man. He's an unsung hero. It
And in
is-
the wintertime, that must really suck.
It's
all the
cold and
crap
all the-
dripping
Yes.
down there.
we joke. Tim just got some new glasses because the glasses he had before were like permanently stained like a brown shade, and he got new glasses. I'm like, Tim, how do you like your new glasses? He's like, oh, so bright I can see everything. And I'm like, Tim is our unsung hero. I'm
His
not
new
gonna
thing
lie.
is Timmy, you good for you? Oh yeah.
Jesus.
We got some Timisms. I guess,
Timisms.
Tim-
Go
Timisms?
ahead.
Yeah, we have Lilyisms
We have
here.
Lilyisms here.
Lilyisms, yeah.
He starts giving us crap. I tell him, so I'm gonna call Holly on you.
Oh my God.
Then
Yeah.
he shuts up.
Then he shuts up.
But these cars come in with caked on snow and slush and shit underneath them, and
He
he's-
doesn't. Again, he much like Cliff. He doesn't complain. He's got a smile on his face. He jokes with us.
Yeah.
He likes it, and I try and experience everybody's job as
Yeah.
much as possible. That
Right.
way, I can figure out how I can make their jobs a little bit easier.
That's a great manager right there.
Going down in that pit, I did it, and I do it whenever I can. But he's an unsung hero. That's a rough job.
yeah.
And let's forget the fact he's bouncing between two bays. So-
and when he's not doing that, he'll come help me.
Yeah.
Do
I mean,
tires
he's-
and stuff like that. I mean, he's
Yeah.
a huge asset.
He's
too. I mean,
moving around.
He really is.
I loved him.
And Jacob Roy, what an asset to the team. I mean, the guy, he's incredible.
Yeah.
Jake's the man. Jake's my right hand man. Jake helps me out every day. We're a good team. We all bring a lot to the table. Right now Jacob is just working. I can't say enough good stuff about Jake.
I hope he gets a chance to watch this podcast.
I almost substituted myself so Jake could come down, but I knew he was busy and we had some stuff. But I want to get Jake here. He has got some hilarious stories.
Yeah.
He keeps us rolling all day long with the craziness about stuff with his childhood and what he's up to now. And he always has a different rig and hustle. I think he just bought a gigantic school bus that he's going to convert to like a house.
Oh my gosh.
mean,
Yeah, traveling wheelbarrow.
He's a wheeler and a dealer, and I just think it's hilarious. I'm always
he
like,
knows
I don't know if I can do this. Oh yeah, we'll get it done.
And
Okay,
he knows how to cook, man. He makes
Yeah.
wings and brings food in all the time for you guys.
he does. He cooks really good. But listen to what he does. Right, he cooks amazing, and then he puts the pots and the pans in the sink in our place and just leaves them there for like weeks. So a couple weeks ago, there was like just this. Cliff comes out, he's telling me about it, and for being such a big guy, Cliff's got a pretty weak stomach. So all of a sudden he's like, you gotta bleh, tell Jake bleh, to get that shit out of the bathroom. Bleh. And I thought it was funny, right? So I go and I like shake up the sink and I'm like, Cliff, you doing okay? Bleh. And Jake's a homebred fed farm boy, so he walks in, he's not thinking of it, picks it right up, shoves his hand down there, mashes the food down the drain. I'm like, Jake, what are you doing, dude? He's like, you wanted me to take care of it. I'm taking care of it.
Listen, you guys need to get him a power washer. And just let's get it done.
We have
We
one.
got one. It's actually operable now. But
Yeah.
he's awesome. I like it. When I first went down.
I'm gonna hold it like a rapper now.
When I first went down and was talking with these
Did they
guys,
just kill the squirrel?
I spent a few days, a couple hours for a few days, just mingling before I actually went there.
Yeah.
And of course, I grew up with Craig, but Jacob actually, I've done this a long time, and he reminds me a lot of myself when I was younger. He's a wicked go-getter, and
piss and vinegar.
he
I
is.
love
He's
him.
full of piss and vinegar,
Yeah.
and he just all over the place. You need him here, he's there. You need him over there. That's where he is, and that's what it takes to do what we do, and we really have everybody there that does that same thing, but he just, I admire him because he, like I said, I'll be 40 in February, and he reminds me so much of myself when 20 years
40.
ago.
He's
I think
just
that's
a
why he's so skinny,
baby.
is 'cause
Baby, I know.
He's like
He's
a ping
just a
pong ball. He's
baby.
just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
But Jake's another one. I could be like, Jake, I need, and before it's out of my mouth, I'll get it done.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be done correctly. Or he'll tell me I can't do it.
yeah.
Why? This is why.
Yeah.
Okay, I trust you, brother. If you say you can't do something,
Right.
if you say you can do something, and he goes way out of his way for customers every single day. Hi, Jacob. They'll call. A lot of times people don't even know who I am. Can I talk to Jacob? Can I talk to Cliff? And people are like, doesn't that piss you off? I'm like, no, that's why I hired them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got a good team.
That's right.
I'm not a boss. I am a teammate. We just have different responsibilities.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's really that kind of environment. There's nobody has a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. He is my boss.
Yeah.
But he doesn't push that.
He doesn't go around beating the chest.
No, and neither does Jacob. We're all friends. Really, we spend more time together than we do our own families.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should have a little class about office camaraderie and morale.
Yeah.
We do every day. Customers come in and see it, and they laugh, and they leave reviews. Reviews are my favorite to read.
Yeah, you got them pasted all over the wall in the break room there.
It's my vision board. So every day I walk in, I can see that. I want to put another one on today. I want to put another one on today. It's always my goal every day to put another paper on.
Yeah.
Another satisfied guest. It really makes my day.
Yeah.
I truly love my job. I don't wake up ever be like, shit, I got to go to work today.
Yeah.
Even when I know it's going to be a rough day, I'm like, well, let's see what happens today. And then I walk in and I see old Timmy, or Cliff's out there smoking, half a pack of butts,
Yeah.
drinking a Mountain Dew. I think it's so funny you brought your own Mountain Dew.
I did. I brought my Mountain Dew. My day starts. I'm usually in that parking lot like 5:45, 6 o'clock. Then Timmy shows up and we mingle for a bit. And, whoever else. Usually there's a couple of us there early. We, just shoot the breeze and, just discuss what's happening and what we got going on. And
I think the only days of the week that you guys are closed are Sundays and Mondays, right?
Correct.
that's right.
So if you need an oil change, we live in a world now where, my God, you have to make an appointment for everything, the dentist, the doctor, what have you. And if you cancel or you're not able to keep your appointment and you try to rebook it, you got to wait 3 or 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, or they
Or
charge
pay
you,
for it,
or
yeah.
they say you can't come here anymore because you canceled.
Yeah.
Right.
That's so tough with everybody. I've got kids, right? So if my kid's got a sniffly nose or a fever, boom, he has to leave.
Right.
He has to leave school. It's like I worked for Keurig for a long time. There'd be no way that I could go do that. Great example this morning. I had to bring my kids to school, which wasn't a big deal. My wife had something she had to do. I messaged Cliff. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be a little bit late. We got you. And when I like that he said we got you, because it lets me know that he's team oriented, as am I.
Sure.
That's big. I got you, Craig. Is okay, but we got you. Lets me know, hey, he's thinking of us as a whole.
Yeah.
Love it.
You don't see that all the time, So if something, if his kid gets sick, or Robin's kid gets sick, or Jake, I don't know, he doesn't have any kids. If one of his dog gets sick
Yeah.
or whatever, we have the flexibility to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah, it's nice for me. I same thing as Craig with Keurig. When I went to work, I was there. There was no leaving, and it's a whole different world.
We were absolutely, Raylene, we were thrilled when we learned that Vermont Quick Lube was going to be a sponsor.
Yes, we were.
Thrilled.
So folks, come see us. We're no joke. A few weeks from winter coming here. Get your oil change. Let us check your coolant. Make sure it's rated for the proper temperature and clean.
Yeah.
You got gunk in your reservoir for your coolant. That's going through your engine, clog stuff up. Your thermostat, whatever. Let's
We forget
take care of that.
about the coolant. There's summertime and there's winter time.
Yeah, and then we'll put winter air in your tires if you come see us, just for you.
Do you guys have that?
We do.
Winter
Well,
air?
for you.
Yeah.
Only for you.
Yeah.
It's special JD winter air.
Winter air.
Yeah, they have
So-
They have this box that says JD on it.
Oh. So real quick, just to give you a quick rundown of what you can experience when you come in. So you pull right up out front. Somebody's going to come out and greet you, and then we wave you in when we're ready. You pull up. We get some information from you, your name, what kind of car you have. We give you your options for oil. Then we pop your hood. We check your coolant. We check your transmission fluid. We check your belts, all your lights, your everything. We top off the air in your tires. We adjust the air if it has to be adjusted.
Yep.
We do our safety check.
Yeah.
Then we put the oil in. Timmy checks everything underneath. He checks your brakes underneath, checks the condition of your tires. Robin asks if there's any questions. We fill your washer fluid up.
Yeah.
And all that's included in our service.
And listen, the flip side of that too, if you're driving up the South Barry Road and it says, hey, I need an oil change, but you don't think you really got time or you only got 25 minutes, you can pull up and say, hey, I just want to do a drop and go, and we will do that for you as well.
The drop and go is just
Just
oil
an
in and out,
change,
boom.
in and out.
Yeah.
We prefer, to make sure your vehicle's up to snuff, but
Yeah.
if you're in a hurry and that's what you got, we can do that for you too.
Wow.
Yeah, accommodating as possible.
Yep.
Love that about you guys.
So, real quick, my wife might kill me, but I got another kid coming in June.
Oh
God,
my gosh,
keep that thing
Cliff.
in your shoe.
Yeah, hey, there's gonna be a day it's not gonna work, man, and you know,
What
you
are we,
gotta,
15 kids now? What
Give
are
him
we
an
up to?
application. I'll
Yeah.
hire him too. I already hired your brother and
yeah,
Vern, and
we're family
I don't
oriented.
care. Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. Really,
dude, that's so exciting.
thank you, buddy.
I'm wicked excited for that.
We're a couple months
Oh.
in, so you
Wow.
know, between Craig and I guess Vern's girls, but my boys so far, we're gonna have our own team here in another 10 years.
I guess so.
What a stud.
Yeah, because Vern's having
Vern's having another kid too.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
So
guys are busy.
Jesus.
yeah.
damn.
Hey, like I said, lucky you got a good-looking woman at home, and she's a sweetheart. I mean, she's the other end of my world. Things work,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Love this guy. I love this guy. And
I
you-
love my wife too, Jessica. I love you very much.
Yeah.
I
and
just can't.
no-
I
no
can't have.
kids
I
coming
can't.
yet.
I can't have Cliff outdo me on that.
thank you, boys, for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for
thanks
having
for
us,
having
man.
us.
Thanks for
and
having
seriously,
fun
got,
with us.
everybody watching, come check us out.
Yeah.
Experience what we got going on. It's we're different from what you're used to. I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
I know
Vermont
you'll
Quick
like
Loop, one of our sponsors. We love talking about them. Cliff Fleury and Craig Premont. Boys, thanks for coming in. We're going to get up to 57 degrees today. Right now, we got a ways to go, about 41 or so. Clear skies tonight, 38, and then tomorrow, Saturday, is going to be just stellar. Enjoy it. I don't care who you are, where you are. Get yourself outside. Near 70 degrees and sunny tomorrow on Saturday, so just a perfect day. Thanks for catching Aired Out live from the ASB Financial Studios and Fly on the Wall Productions, Main Street, Barrie. Have a great rest of your day.